We got solicits for March 2023. Yep. So
March 2023.
We'll get into this. All the super books seem to be first. We got Adventures of Superman, John Kent, issue 1. This is the 6-issue miniseries that's following up Tom Taylor's book, which, funny enough, I actually forgot today's issue was the last issue. I was like, oh, wait a minute. So yes, this is Tom Taylor writing with Clayton Henry on art. I'm not a big Clayton Henry guy, unfortunately, but
if you look at the covers, those 5 heads are very, John's 5 heads covered by a nice swoop of hair. So that's good.
But Clayton Henry's only done the main cover.
Yeah. But he's doing the art too, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, so if the art's, if John's hair's covering the big 4 heads, well, he should be okay.
I like the head.
Yeah, I know.
It's still not good. I'm not...
Still... I kind of like the idea that John was just Clark's son, right? Like, there wasn't any of the... It always bothered me, like, Superboy had this tactile... When I say Superboy, Connor Kent had this tactile telekinesis that only came up, like, for storyline reasons. So it's still kind of weird to me that John is going to have electric powers coming up. Like, it makes sense, but I don't know. I just like the idea that John was just Superman's kid, and they had all the same powers in that way. So, might take some time getting used to.
It's just one of those weird things where I don't... Whatever it is, it'll probably be gone relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be a lasting thing. Would be my guess.
Probably.
Superman issue 2, more Williamson and Campbell. Not much to really add here.
Homage cover to the original Superman 2 cover from way back in the day. So that's fun.
There's awkwardly a Henry Cavill cover.
I don't want to talk about it.
We're talking about it after Solicits. Gear up.
Yeah, I know.
Action Comics 1053. Maura Johnson's run. Happy days. So cool. Some nice covers of this one, actually.
I like the After Pacheco homage.
Yeah. Obviously, there was dedications at the end of all the comics this week.
Yeah, that's super cool. I like when they do that.
Yeah. No, I like the Steve Beach cover. Looks very...
Is that the black and white one?
No, it's the red one.
The red one. Go back.
So the second one, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Superman Lost issue 1. Obviously, we talked about this before when it was announced, but this is the Christopher Priest book that's starting. So, very nice. It's interesting to have such a big lineup of super books all sort of together. Yeah. I wish there was a Supergirl book in there, but
Yeah. Maybe in due time. I feel like she's getting more of a spotlight lately. And she's showing up as I don't want to say backup character, but like in Monkey Prince, she shows up. So she's showing up as a character again. So maybe one day. Soon. Ooh, that's a good cover.
We got Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods, issue 1. So this is the 4-issue crossover thing that they're doing with G. Willow Wilson, which is cool, but also just the regular Wonder Woman team as well, which is less than cool, given that I'm not, we all dropped that book, so
yeah,
leave that as it is. Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods, issue 2 is also solicited here as well. You got Wonder Woman 797 solicited. And then you got Batman One Bad Day, Ra's al Ghul issue 1. This is the Tom Taylor issue.
Let's go.
Matt's rather excited, apparently.
Yes. Well, it's one of my favorite writers writing one of my favorite Batvillains. So that's a win-win. Season's been all pretty good so far.
The quality has kept a reasonably good standard, it has to be said. I wasn't expecting that so far. One of them is bound to suck. But
it's not going to be this one.
No, I doubt it'll be this one as well, but one of them is bound to suck at some point.
I'm a little worried about the Bane one, because Bane's one of those characters that can go either way, and it's Josh Williamson, so we all know. I love Josh Williamson as a writer, but sometimes when he misses, it misses. If
this is the one that, canonizes the Tom Hardy voice, then it can get an easy pass in my book. Next time we got Batman 133. So, more of this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, interesting cover with well, looks like a ghost Alfred sneaking up behind Batman.
It looks like he's making him dig his own grave at sword point.
Oh, true. He's also
Ooh,
very
that's dark.
He's very red as well. I wonder if
Yeah.
that's like a hint of like who he actually is or what's going on.
Yeah. Well, says everyone goes insane eventually, and then they belong to the terrifying Red Mask. But Gotham City has a new savior. He strikes from the shadows, exhumes the dead, and is known only as the Batman. Yeah, so that sounds just the amount of zany that I've come to expect from Zdarsky, like with the Zernar stuff. So maybe this is more of that type of thing.
Yeah, interesting. Detective Comics 1070. Continuing Ram V's run, of course.
Not a big Joker fan, but that cover is pretty cool. If you keep going, it's two or three.
You mean on Batman?
Is that on Batman?
Yeah, I think you're on Batman still.
Oh shit, that is on Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Batman cover.
No, if you look at the detective covers, there's a really the variant where it's like the big Barbatos sort of behind Batman. It's like this painted gothic looking cover. Very, very nice.
Oh my god, that looks like a horror like novel cover.
Yeah, it's very, very beautiful.
That looks dope.
Yeah. So that's cool. And then we got Batman the Joker, the Deadly Duo, issue 5. We have Multiversity. Harley screws up the DCU, issue 1. This is a 6-issue miniseries starting in March from writer Frank Thierry and Logan Farber. So, yeah. Harley's back in Coney for a long overdue reunion with old friends, old haunts, and an old time machine. You heard it right. A mysterious benefactor has left Harley a time machine, and after giving it about a half second of thought, she decides to take it for a joyride. What could go wrong, right? Funny you should ask. Turns out a quick trip through time can screw up a few things, namely the entire DC universe.
I'm kind of here for this. This seems like it could just be a fun, self-contained.
The cover is a play in that classic Flash cover, you know, where you've got Barry and Jay running down either side of the wall.
The Flash of Two Worlds.
Yeah, but you've got it's actually the time machine in the middle with Harley coming out with a hammer. So it's I actually like the art, but the concept of the cover is interesting.
The Connor cover, which is right after it, it's got the whole DCU looks like chasing Harley, so almost as like an excuse for Connor to try to draw everybody that she could. But yeah,
not for me. That's all I'll say. Not for me.
I might, depending on what's out this week, I might, that week, I might pick that up.
Then you got Harley Quinn issue 28.
No, Sweeney Boo on art.
Yeah. Much better regular cover on this one. If that is the regular cover, you can't always tell for sure, but I assume it is. So very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, so you got that, and then you got Unstoppable Doom Patrol issue 1. My. What is this? Unstoppable Doom Patrol issue 1 by Dennis Culver and art by Chris Burnham. 6-issue miniseries. After the events of Lazarus Planet, more people than ever have active metagenes.
Oh no.
Most of these new metahumans have become misfits, shunned and imprisoned by a fearful society. They are hidden away in a dark, lost to a system that only sees them as weapons or guinea pigs, ticking time bombs that can only be defused by the unstoppable Doom Patrol. Robot Man, Elasta Woman, and Negative Man are joined by their brand new teammates Beast Girl and Degenerate, and led by Crazy Jane's mysterious new alter, the Chief. Oh, so the Chief's actually one of Crazy Jane's personalities now. On a mission of saving the world by saving the monsters. Hey, I'm all for a Doom Patrol book.
Yeah, and Chris Burnham, perfect for that kind of Doom Patrol-y, kind of mid-century look. So
even more of a surprise that this is in continuity. This is, following up after the mini event at the start of the year. I'm actually quite surprised, but because I was surprised to see a book at all. But when I saw it, I was expecting this will just be like its own little pocket somewhere. But no, it's actually referencing the greater universe. I am fascinated.
Yeah. So Degenerate looks like a kind of like a Killer Croc type dude, but more like made out of rock.
Not as tall, I would say, but he's got a bit of cragginess to him,
Yeah. And then Beast Girl looks like an actual like creature, like she's not just purple.
Yeah.
She's got tail, horns. So
I would say she's got like a big squirrel tail.
Yeah.
But then she's got like horns and she's got like fangs and whatever. Yeah. She looks very kind of cute and pleasant though. She doesn't look a scary thing.
No. Yeah, this is making me want to go back and actually watch Doom Patrol because I got a season in, and then
Yeah, I should.
we got.
I saw the first 2 seasons and really liked them, and I just didn't get around to season 3 because season 4 is about to start this month. So
it's not that I wasn't enjoying it, but it was a lot. Like we started to get to who's the strongman guy? Flex
Metallo.
Flex Metallo.
Yeah.
We got to that, and then we got to like flying brains and stuff. I was like, all right, I gotta take a break. This is a lot for me to take in right now, but I liked it. I mean, so I'll have to go. The actress that played Crazy Jane, really, really good. Like her.
It's legit one of the best superhero TV shows there is, just because like so many of them are just these generic CW things that it stands out as being actually really good.
Yeah, and Cyborg has more than just like, oh, my dad. There's layers to him, which is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm cool that there's a Doom Patrol book out there. I'm always curious with Doom Patrol, so definitely check this out.
Yeah, looking forward to it. The Flash 794, Jeremy Adams.
Oh my goodness, that cover's adorable.
Oh yeah, you get a library in her costume.
Yeah,
finally. Oh, nice.
I like it because it does mix the Kid Flash with Flash, but in a way that we haven't seen it before.
Yeah.
So I like it.
So yeah, it's a very pretty cover with it's like she's at the starting line of a race, and like her father's like next to her, but he's kind of like cut off at the edges of the page because it's not him that it's focusing on. It's a really nice cover, I think. That's kind of cool. So yeah, Adam's Flash run continuing in March, which I am enjoying more and more as time goes on, I think.
Yeah.
Flash 795 also solicited here. Is this the same month?
321 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
2 weeks apart. I think because it's the war, right?
Yeah, that's right. They switched to every other week for the 1 second war, which I guess is still happening. So that's cool. Also a nice cover. Who's the main cover artist on these? Taurine Clark. Yeah, I like the look of these covers actually.
It's TC. Yeah. What's the George Calamatis one look like? Yeah, that's okay. Very 90s, but that's the third one.
Yeah.
No.
Then you got DC Ruby issue 2. I have nothing to say about that, so let's move on.
Yeah.
DC's Legion of Bloom issue 1. Wait, what? What the hell is this?
Heard it.
Oh, this is an 80-page. This is one of these 80-page anthology books. Okay. How do you announce the winter is coming to an end? You spring it on them. That's a terrible joke. Welcome to the springtime with a celebration of DC's greenest and greatest. As the flowers bloom, breathe in the swamps, things smell. Watch the Blue Beetles fly out from the Titan's west. Pick a Captain Carrot or two from the Floronic Man's garden.
Don't do that.
But make sure to avoid the poison ivy. The season may go by in a flash, but don't worry, stories like this last forever. Oh, and Wonder Woman will be there too. So yeah, if you look at the cover, you've got a bunch of... You've got Swamp Thing, what's the Green Lantern with the carrot head?
Oh god, I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but yeah,
he has like his eyes on like the rootstock.
Is it just me, or is it weird that Floronic... Bloom's not on this. Like I was like,
that's what I thought it was. I thought this was gonna be like, oh, this is what Bloom's up to now.
No, it's not. Anyway, so the creators we got involved: writers Ashley Allen, Julio Anta, Calvin Kasuki, Travis Moore, Kenny Porter, Kevin Scott, and Zach Thompson, with art by including Isaac Goodhart, Brian Level, Travis Moore, Jacoby Salcedo, Hayden Sherman, Atigan Ilhan, and more. So definitely not like a sort of lineup of star creators there. This is most of the names I don't know. Like I recognize Travis Moore and Kevin Scott. That's about it, I think.
There's a Mike Perkins cover. I must find now which one. Oh, there it is.
It's just, yeah. I mean,
this is something I would be inclined to read if it's not a busy week.
I doubt I'll look at it, but
you had me at Swamp Thing and Ivy because I like that. So, but yeah, seems like a mixed bag because it's not like they're kind of saying what's going on. Like you don't have a lot to go off of with breathing that Swamp Thing smell.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the thing though. It's going to be like 10 8-page stories. So I wouldn't get your hopes up of them being that in depth, if I'm honest. Next up, here's something else that's new. Waller versus Wildstorm issue 1. This is a 4-issue mini, but notably this is a Prestige Plus book, meaning this is the Black Label style. It doesn't say that it's Black Label, but that's typically the books that have had that format.
It feels very Black Label because of the prestige, and also that it's set in the early 80s.
Yeah, so let me read the description here. Set in the early 1980s, as the Cold War stubbornly refuses to thaw, a new battle heats up for the soul of the intelligence agency Checkmate. As the agency's superheroic public face, Jackson King, aka the Armored Battalion, former leader of Stormwatch and the symbol of American might, has long suspected that Adeline Kane is up to dirty tricks overseas, engineering horrors that betray everything he believes about service to one's country. But King doesn't know that Kane has a clever new ally, an ambitious young woman named Amanda Waller. She has her own ideas about how metahumans can serve the country, and honor, dignity, and long lives don't factor into them. Yeah, we know, it's called Bombs and Necks.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is interesting. I don't really care that much about Wildstorm necessarily as an entity, but as like a sort of like young Amanda Waller, how she rises up through the ranks, like gritty story. Maybe it could be good. I don't know.
I just like that. Also, the cover gives it that, like, the Fortnite's cover gives it that grittiness that I feel like this would have. You know, like I can feel like this has like Commando vibes, kind of. So.
Yeah, 4 issues, Prestige Plus. It's not big in terms of page count, but it's the bigger pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. Spencer Ackerman and Evan Narcissi are writing together, and then Jesus Marino is on the art. So, yeah, that should be an interesting one to check out. I don't really know how I feel about it or what I'll expect from it, but interesting. Oh boy, they're soliciting Swamp Thing Green Hell issue 3.
Yes, let's go.
I mean, issue 2 just got solicited or resolicited finally, so this maybe implies that they had kind of it in the tank, and for whatever reason they were waiting until it was all done. But this is issue 3 of 3. Issue 1 was great. I'm probably gonna have to go back and reread it before issue 2 because it's been so 100%. Goddamn long.
100%.
But nice to see that 3's following quickly, and we're not waiting another 2 years almost. So good stuff. Next up, Static Shadows of Dakota issue 2. This is the 6-issue Static miniseries, second issue. Then we got Icon versus Hardware issue 2. Again, another one of the
Milestone has their own designation now, so that's cool.
Yeah, they've got these little series of things. And then it's got the trade for Blood Syndicate season 1 and Duo by Greg Pak. So that's cool. And then there's a Batman One Bad Day box set, which
nice.
Will include all of the One Bad Day books. Well, actually, no,
it would have to. One Bad Day hardcover, 184 pages.
Oh yeah,
maybe not.
Yeah, 184 pages ain't all of them. 184 pages ain't even close to all of them.
So maybe that was a typo, because it does say the Riddler, Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, so we've gotten those ones so far.
Aye, but
Catwoman being Clayface and
Matt,
yeah.
Look at the image. It says The Killing Joke is one of the books in there.
Yeah, so it says you had a bad day and everything changed, and the pages of the iconic story, The Killing Joke, Batman's Ultimate Foe, changed. Now, some of them... Yeah, I don't... Oh, yeah. So it's Riddler and The Killing Joke. That seems like a waste. Yeah. What are they doing?
They're selling an empty box with... They're selling you a box with 2 books with room for the rest of the hardcovers that you have to buy separately.
Yeah, and those 2 books are $45. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, that's weird.
Because this image is weird. It's got like a big white space in between these 2 books.
Yeah.
That's very, very odd.
Yeah, and those are the 2, The Killing Joke and The Riddler.
So they're going to re-release all the One Bad Days as individual hardcovers rather than doing...
Well, and here's the Riddler one that is solicited right underneath it.
Oh yeah, the hardcover. Which is cool. But I mean, I wasn't necessarily expecting, like, I assume there'll eventually be some sort of big omnibus that has all of them, because obviously they're 80 pages or whatever each. But I thought the trades would at least be like bundling them into, like, you know, either two batches of 4, or maybe like any 3 if like they split up evenly that way somehow. I don't know, but okay. Having to buy all 8 of them individually in hardcover is a bit of a dick move.
Big time.
Yeah. So that's $18, meaning that, assuming the Killing Joke's worth about the same, which it kind of is because it's not a big page count either. You're paying what? You're paying like $9 for the box. And that's assuming you don't already have Killing Joke and you want it in the same trade dress as these other One Bad Day books, even though Killing Joke's not actually a One Bad Day book. But you know, they're I don't know, they're I don't really like a lot of this. This solicit here for this box thing is not filling me with particular joy. Anyway, some more trades here. Batman Detective Comics Volume 4, Riddle Me This. This is the arc that came after the Tower, with Tamaki and the co-writer. So that's wrapping up that run.
About Donovan's daughter.
And then you got Jurassic League in trade. You got Absolute Superman for All Seasons.
Man, I want this, but $100 is a lot.
I mean, it's an absolute.
No, I know that, but like, I just have to restrain myself.
So, and then you got Superman 85th Anniversary Collection, which is a 496-page softcover with a lot of different stories in it. I've never really been big in these like anthology books that just do like random single issues that are prominent. So you technically get a lot of comics, but they're all just like, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of scattershot across them, but I'm sure they're all like big moments in Superman's history over 85 years.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to read any of them this way though. So that's for me is worthless. I would, you know, I would never buy something like this. But Superman Space Age hardcover coming out.
Yep.
Then you got Shazam Power of Hope. This is a Paul Dini and Alex Ross book. I remember knowing this existed, but it was very hard to come by, so it's nice that they're reprinting it, I guess.
It's like we're getting a lot of Shazam in March for obvious reasons.
Because I think there's a Superman one that was a similar format. There was because this is only 64 pages. There was a Superman one with Alex Ross. I can't remember the name of it, but it was the same format. Yeah,
they also did all the Justice ones, where the Justice League.
No, that's no, that was very different. That was like a 12-issue book. This Superman book, the pages were huge. It was released in this very specific format, and I think this Shazam book was the same thing. Yeah. If I look at the So anyway, so I mean that's cool. It's cool they're reprinting it. Then you got Shazam, The Monster Society of Evil, which is one of the few Shazam trades that does seem to get reprinted. This is a hardcover version. This is the one by Jeff Smith. So that's cool. Then you get Fan Club Batman Squad, written and illustrated by Jim Benton. This is one of the young adult graphic novel releases. And then we're back out of the single issues for March, where we got Batgirls issue 16. So that's continuing there. Decent cast, front cover. Mad Hatter implications on some of those covers.
Yep.
Batman 357 Facsimile Edition. Batman Incorporated issue 6. Batman Superman World's Finest issue 13. That's a fun cover with Metamorpho on it. We got Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City issue 6, so that's wrapping that up. Is it actually? It is, yeah. Then we got Batman Adventures Continues Season 3, issue 3. Batman The Audio Adventures issue 7. I'm just running through these quite quickly because it's just a bunch of these books we don't really have much to say about. Black Adam issue 9, with an excellent front cover. You know, I have stopped reading that book, but I cannot deny those main covers have been stunning by and large. Blue Beetle Graduation Day issue 5. so penultimate issue in that miniseries. Catwoman issue 53, and it's got a weird cover where she's got her ears have become horns.
Oh boy.
It's also very shiny. It's a very shiny looking outfit. Danger Street issue 4. So more on that. Oh, that is a cover on that as well. Jeez. It's like a black and white image of the police officer lady, but there's just red coming down her face for blood. It looks quite...
So very Sin City-esque is what you're saying?
Very... I don't know if I'd say that.
Okay.
Dark Knights of Steel issue 10. That's taken ages to come out, you know that?
Yeah.
For some reason, the pacing on that just is completely grinded to a halt. Fables issue 159 is solicited. GCPD The Blue Wall issue 6, so that's the final issue of that mini.
Yeah.
And we have Gotham City Year 1 issue 6, so final issue of that as well in March.
Yeah.
We got Harley Quinn, the animated series Legion of Bats issue 6. We have Justice Society of America issue 5. So that's cool. Looney Tunes issue 271. Mad Magazine issue 31. Monkey Prince issue 12, which...
Final issue?
It doesn't actually say final issue.
It doesn't, does it?
Oh.
I always thought it was of 12, so maybe they're giving it more time.
Maybe, or maybe they're just neglecting to tell us that it's the final issue. Because they've done that once or twice not too long ago.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me. Nightwing issue 102. Which notably is a $5 40-page book. So is this getting backups starting soon? Like after issue 100?
Doesn't seem like it. So the only creators they have are Tom Taylor and Travis Moore.
True.
With Redondo on the cover, so...
But it's got the extra page count, and it's got the extra price to go along with it, so it seems like it's not a mistake. So, we'll see. Not that more Nightwing's a bad thing.
No.
Poison Ivy issue 10 coming out. And we got Punchline, the Gotham game. I forgot Punchline had a book right now, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
Stargirl, The Lost Children issue 5, so that's the penultimate issue of the Stargirl mini. And we got Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries issue 6. The Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing issue 6. A lot of minis ending in March, I'm noticing here. The Sandman Universe Dead Boy Detectives issue 4. Tim Drake Robin issue 7. Which is sadly not Rosmo on art, so Connor won't be made to suffer.
Dang, what if he actually likes it by then?
That'd be a horrible thing. Horrible thing. Wildcats issue 5 is out. And then that wraps up the single issues, and from there we go into just whatever the rest of the trades are. Batman the Fear State Saga is a 320-page paperback, which has the main Batman arc of 112 to 117, but also all those Secret Files issues and the Alpha and Omega that came out for it. So I don't know if that's necessarily everything, but it's definitely the main chunk of it.
It's the main Batman stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So
well, that's the thing though. I would argue that you kind of need the build to it for So I would imagine that if there's ever an omnibus, it'd probably just it would probably just be all of Tynion's run, to be honest. But if you're ever going to do a Fear State omnibus, you'd have to include like the previous arc or two that builds up to it. Catwoman Volume 2 trades out. Gotham Future State Gotham Volume 3. Justice League Volume 1 Prisms. This is the Bendis Justice League. The Volume 3 of that in hardcover solicited. And then you got Legends of the Dark Knight, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, which is, I believe, a reprint, or at least a new version of one they already did, because I remember this coming out like a decade ago. So I don't know if the contents are any different, or if it's just a reprint with a different cover. Superman Son of Kal-El Volume 1 paperback. Phantom Stranger Omnibus. It's always nice when they do an omnibus for something that doesn't seem like they would get one. But that's 1,200 pages. That's a hefty amount. You're getting Phantom Stranger miniseries from 1952, that's 6 issues. And then you're getting the series that started in 1969 that has 41 issues. And then you've got a few issues of Batman Brave and the Bold and a few other like standalones and small miniseries. So seems to be like a pretty...
Saga of the Swamp Thing went through 13 too.
Yeah.
So... Massive.
Seems to be. I mean, without looking it up, because I'm sure maybe some people argue this, but it seems to be fairly comprehensive. Here's everything you would need for Phantom Strange up until, I don't know, like at least the start of this century.
Mm-hmm.
By the looks of it. Oh. Well, top 10 compendium coming out. And that's actually the last thing there. So, there you go. That is the March Solicits, which a couple of interesting minis thrown in there. Nothing earth-shattering, but I'm excited about the Doom Patrol book.
Yeah, the Doom Patrol one's probably the biggest surprise. Seems like a lot of fun. So, and then we have all the fallout from Lazarus Planet. So that should be a lot of, seems like a little bit of a shift.
Yeah.
Storytelling wise, anyways.